Over here, I have some chocolate melting in a double boiler, and you don't want to have it too hot, okay? This is boiling quite brisk right now, so we're going to just turn this back a little bit. Now, to the chocolate, which is melting, we're going to add a few things to this. We are going to make a chocolate flourless cake, or better known as a torte. Really comes from the German, and a lot of eggs, not a lot of flour in this thing. You're going to be absolutely surprised when you see. We're going to melt the chocolate with some butter and a little bit of vanilla and a little amaretto as well. And all of that, oh yes, and we're going to get that almond flavor right inside. Almond and chocolate, another incredible combination. All right, so we're going to let this melt down in our double boiler nice and smooth. While that's happening, I've prepared a springform pan inside of a double boiler, if you will, or a little bain-marie. So we're going to add water into that. The steam of that is going to make it cook evenly. And I've buttered and foiled, especially if your springform pans are a little bit old. You may want to do that to just sort of keep it together a little bit. Floured and buttered. And now what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to begin by, as I said, torte from Germany. Not a lot of flour. I'm going to add 8 eggs and about a half a cup of sugar to this bowl and begin to start whisking it and whisking it. And what I want to do is really increase the volume of this. Hey, the chocolate butter amaretto vanilla mixture, make sure that double boiler is not too hot, okay? We don't at all want to scorch this or even take a chance of scorching it. Once it's completely melted and nice and melded together, now we're ready to put this wonderful thing together. You know, I had some emails about the best way of cutting chocolate. Should I break it? You know, the best thing is using that serrated knife of yours that's in your knife block, the one with the teeth on it, right? That's a great knife to chop chocolate. Look at the volume that I have on just our eggs with a little bit of sugar here, okay? That's very, very important for this torte because we're relying on eggs and natural volume as opposed to flour. No flour in this at all right yet. So once we aerate that, the great thing is now is what we're going to do is we're going to go about a third at a time, okay? About a third of the time. About a third of the time. Oh, this is looking super. And last but not least, about a third of the time. So now we got the last third of it in. Good to the last drop. Kids are going to love licking that bowl. And now we'll get the last bit in here. See that, how that consistency is? We didn't lose any of the volume. We didn't knock any of the volume down. Just kept all of that volume in there. It's really, really fantastic. All right, now what we're going to do, the oven's on 375. We're going with the batter right inside of our springform mold, okay? This is going to bake for about 20 minutes, okay? I told you earlier about a little water bath. That's we're adding some hot water to this right now. Maybe about a third of the way. That's perfect. What that's going to do, very simple, is the steam is going to push up heat evenly so that the torte cooks evenly. All right, we're going right in the oven with this here. Like I said, about 20 minutes. And we are going to have, look, not even any flour in that. Fantastic. When that chocolate torte, after about 20, no more than 22 minutes, is done, let it cool on a rack preferably. When it's cooled, cover it with a little plastic. You may even want to take a knife and go around, make sure that it's not sticking. It's best to let it overnight in the refrigerator, okay? And as I said, you got that little plastic in there. It's going to protect it. Then when you're ready to serve this, you're just going to take the plastic off and undo your spring mold. And check that out. Now, the best thing that I like to do to garnish this is to take a little bit of whipped cream in the center. And then I take a little bit of powdered sugar. And some beautiful raspberries, preferably. Okay? Preferably some beautiful raspberries. And there you have this beautiful little chocolate torte right there. Little cocoa. Beautiful. All right, so there's that.